He's already there. The person you could have been. The stronger version, the disciplined one, the one who didn't waste time on what didn't matter. The one who didn't give in to comfort, who didn't seek validation from people who were never going where he was going. He exists right now. He's watching you, not judging, just waiting. He's watching to see if you'll get up today, if you'll follow through on the promises you made to yourself in silence. If you'll finally stop letting your past dictate your future. You think no one sees your choices. You're wrong. He does. Your future self is watching every skipped workout. Every moment you reach for your phone instead of your purpose. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow." He's watching and he's hoping that you finally understand. Understand that the pain you feel right now, the frustration, the emptiness, the loneliness, it's not punishment. It's potential, unused, untapped, buried beneath excuses and comfort. You think you have time. That's the lie. As Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. This moment, not tomorrow, not next month, not when you feel ready. This moment is your life. And every decision you make in it either brings you closer to who you were meant to become or further into the regret you're trying to avoid. Most people are running from their future self because meeting him would require sacrifice, growth, discomfort, silence. It's easier to stay distracted, easier to numb yourself with short-term pleasure than to confront the brutal truth. You are not who you could be. Not yet. But here's the thing. The Stoics knew that truth isn't shame. It's freedom. Because it means you still have time. Time to rise. Time to change. Time to cut the noise and rebuild from the inside out. But not forever. Your habits are forming who you are. Your rituals are either sharpening your mind or softening it. Every day you wake up and choose comfort over clarity. You give that future self a weaker foundation to stand on. You can't meet him if you keep betraying the version of you who had the courage to imagine something better. Epictetus said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" That's the question. Because you already know what to do. You've read the books. You've heard the lessons. You felt the guilt of breaking promises to yourself again and again. But knowledge means nothing without action. Wisdom means nothing without discipline. Vision means nothing if you're still hiding from the grind. This is the quiet war most people ignore. The war between who you are and who you could be. And it's fought in small moments, not on stages, not in big speeches, in the silence when no one's watching. Except he is. Your future self. He's not some dream in the clouds. He's real. He's earned. He's built with what you do when you're tired, when you're angry, when you're alone and tempted to go backward. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." And you know it's true. Think of all the hours you've already given to people who never gave you peace. All the energy you've wasted worrying about opinions that won't matter in 5 years, even 5 minutes. All the time spent making sure you're liked instead of respected, comfortable instead of disciplined, surviving instead of rising. That ends today. Because your future self doesn't care how you feel. He cares if you finish. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He needs you to be honest, to admit what needs to change, to sacrifice who you are for who you could become. Because if you don't, someone else will take his place. Someone weaker, someone smaller, someone who reflects the excuses you kept making instead of the discipline you refused to practice. That's the real fear, isn't it? Not death, but becoming the kind of person who died without ever living. You want purpose, earn it. You want peace, suffer for it. Not blindly, but with direction, with focus, with clarity. You want strength? Build it in silence. When no one claps, when no one sees, when you're bleeding from the inside but still showing up anyway. Because your future self, he's not looking for your comfort. He's looking for your commitment. And the truth is, every excuse you're making today, he already paid for it. With time lost, with relationships missed, with confidence that never came back. And still he waits. Waits for you to rise, to take full ownership, to stop giving away your time like it's infinite, to stop reacting and start creating. You know what happens when you go silent and start showing up with discipline? The world quiets. The anxiety fades. The chaos loses its grip because you're no longer driven by fear. You're being led by purpose. That's what Stoicism teaches you. That calm isn't passive. It's earned. That clarity isn't inherited. It's built through discomfort. That peace is not the absence of struggle. It's the mastery of it. So stop waiting. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. You don't need more chances. You need more courage. You don't need more people to understand you. You need to understand yourself. Because one day, years from now, you'll either look in the mirror and say, "Thank you for not quitting." Or, "Why didn't you try harder when you still had the time?" That future self. He's built moment by moment in resistance, in silence, in discipline. So stand up. Stop arguing with your weakness. Stop making peace with your lower self and do the hard thing. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Now. Because your future self is watching right now. If you felt something shift inside you during this message, don't ignore it. That discomfort, that tension in your chest, it's not anxiety. It's your future self reminding you that you're capable of more than this version you've been settling for. So don't let this be just another message you hear and forget. Let it be a line in the sand. Let it be the moment you stopped choosing comfort over character. Let it be the moment you started showing up for yourself consistently, quietly, powerfully. And if this message spoke to you, there's more. Subscribe not for hype, not for trends, but for the discipline, silence, and perspective this world is starving for. Because no one's coming to save you. But your future self, he's still watching. Make sure he sees something worth becoming.